Hey there, welcome back to BearishBulls channel. In this video, you'll learn about Bittorrent token and its stand in the crypto market. If you're planning to buy BTT, hop in. What's next to BTT now that Tron is behind it? BTT tokens are worth 29.5 times more compared to Ethereum, both of which have 100 million users. Bittorrent had a terrible reputation in the past with movie studios. The decentralized peer-to-peer sharing protocol has been around for a long time. It was used mainly to download movies, before Netflix and video streaming took off. Since then, Bittorrent has undergone a metamorphosis, as CoinGape writes. Specifically, it has signed a number of deals with major movie studios and TV film rights companies. This has ended the lengthy litigation against trackers that used its torrent file sharing technology. The BitTorrent technology allowed a person to seed a portion of a movie or video game, and others would add to it in a decentralized pulling together of the movie file. Moreover, BitTorrent technology has since expanded into other areas. The BitTorrent file sharing system recently signed a deal with ColdStack, a decentralized data storage and cloud aggregator company. ColdStack's technology, using BTFS, will allow anyone to store and retrieve their data in different cloud storage systems. It also helps tokenize any file and keep it secure in the cloud. It can also then be sold as an NFT or non-fungible token. If you want to know more, please make sure to subscribe to BearishBulls channel and smash that like button for the algorithm. Make sure to check the description below to get for free stocks valued up to $3,700 and for your weekly guide in investing in the stock market and real estate. Bittorrent and its pirate past. The kind of growth we are seeing is unprecedented and has outmatched the early enthusiasm for cryptocurrency. Naturally, this has led to massive growth among altcoins, and Bittorrent is no exception. Between February and April of this year, the price of Bittorrent suddenly launched 10 times, going from a tenth of a cent to a full cent in the space of 6 weeks. Admittedly, those gains have evaporated, and the altcoin is now trading for around $0. Still, that is good enough for a valuation of nearly $2.52 billion. But before you go ahead and place your bets on this one, you have to ask one question. Is there any financial issue this altcoin solves? In our analysis, the answer is no. That does not mean you will not see gains along with the rest of the crypto world. It is just that the growth itself is not based on institutional investment or inherent potential. That makes it closer to Dogecoin than to Bitcoin in many respects. It is tough to advocate for this altcoin based on where it stands at the moment. Bittorrent lacks utility, surging in tandem with other altcoins. Bittorrent jumped around 40-fold between January and April. However, if you purchase this asset right before the market crash, you are probably miserable right now. Since crashing back to earth, investors are now mulling whether it is worth parking your capital into this one again. We're here to tell you that would be a mistake. It just comes down to one word: utility. Sure, established names like Bitcoin and Ethereum are speculative investments. However, they also have high utility and widespread use in blockchain or decentralized finance or DeFi transactions. That is the primary reason for their bull run. You may think we're overly optimistic, but the sentiment makes sense. Of course, there have been significant upheavals along the way, but the overall trajectory for BTC is onward and upward. And it makes sense. Bitcoin has inherent utility. It gives users a sense of autonomy. You do not have to deal with an intermediary authority like a bank or government and can make discrete purchases through a purely peer-to-peer system. In addition, standard wire transfers and foreign purchases usually involve sizable fees and exchange costs. However, you do not have to worry about these costs when dealing in BTC. On the other hand, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin learned from the mistakes and shortcomings of Bitcoin and tried to iron them out in his own platform. For example, an Ether transaction is generally confirmed in seconds compared to hours for Bitcoin. Again, it all comes down to utility, which these two coins have in spades. Join our Discord community to get access to a trading algorithm, real-time trade alerts with over 85% win rate from our best analysts, and access to business models that can generate over $100,000 per month profit. Check the link in the description to join. See you on the inside. What are the chances of a BTT comeback? We are operating in a space that is highly news sensitive. One tweet from Mark Cuban or Elon Musk and BTT will skyrocket. But you have to ask yourself, what value does this coin bring to the table? What problem does it solve? Around the early 2000 seconds, BitTorrent became the file-sharing protocol to share content all over the world. Unfortunately, that opened the floodgates for piracy, leading to a legitimate operating company becoming synonymous with opaque business practices. That is why capital under the control of institutional investors, central banks, hedge funds, and other financial individuals and entities will stay away from this one. This is the Achilles heel for BTT, and why it will not do well in the long run. While it was astounding seeing the Bank of New York Mellon Corp, the nation's oldest bank, making the foray into crypto, many could see it coming due to the volumes and uptake of BTC. However, we cannot foresee that happening for BTT anytime soon. What to do with BitTorrent now? That kind of performance is starting to attract attention. It doesn't hurt that the BTFS technology is well known with a long track record and a good history. It also doesn't hurt that the BTT token is connected with another cryptocurrency, which is Tronix, which also has had a good track record, up over 450% so far this year. BTT Crypto has a market capitalization of $7.39 billion, according to CoinDesk on May 8th. However, CoinMarketCap says its market value is $4.5 billion. Either way, it seems too low for a protocol and blockchain technology with 100 million MAUs. By comparison, Ethereum, as of June 2020, had about 100 million unique addresses. That could mean it has less than 100 MAUs, as one Mo might have several addresses. But Ethereum has a $450 million market capitalization. In other words, we can say that BitTorrent is undervalued compared to Ethereum, although clearly ETH is more popular than BTT as a cryptocurrency. For example, at parity, BTT could rise from $7.39 billion to $450 billion, even with a 50% discount to ETH, or $225 billion. BTT would be worth 30 times its present price. This means BTT crypto could rise 29.5 times. Now comes the main question. How should I play BitTorrent if I invested in this digital coin during the highs? First, if you have not sold it, hold on to it now since it can rise alongside other altcoins. Once that happens, try and sell whatever portion you have, and then invest in more stable coins like Bitcoin and Ether. They are not immune to shocks, but compared to Doge and BitTorrent, they have greater utility and institutional interest. So stick to them if you want to play in this space. Folks, if you want more insights like this, please make sure to check out the other videos under BearishBulls. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.